Be My Girl is very much influenced by Waves. Their album is kind of pretty fast and direct and poppy, and yeah, it's kind of set the template for the album. I think it's kind of yeah, just short, melodic, powerful. Just some, I can imagine playing it live when I was writing it. It's kind of one of those ones that's sort of got a good rhythm.
I think it was the first song on the batch of demos that you sent me, like, and it was. I definitely thought, all right, yeah, this is going to be good, and I was really excited when I heard it, and it was recorded really quick and just to the point. Really, I don't think we tried to over elaborate on anything. It was just a in your face rock alt grunge song.
Yeah. Don't Forget to Breathe. I don't really remember too much about writing this. I wrote all the songs in about, well, most of the songs in about 2 months, just in the winter of 2010 and 2011. Just because I wanted to write some rock music again, because I kind of had about a year off where I was just like, can't be arsed, it's just formula. And then it sort of got influenced by a bunch of other stuff. And Don't Forget to Breathe, I remember just coming up with a riff and I just thought, oh, that's Nine Black Alps, that is. I can always hear it when it's like a Nine Black Alps song. So that was the first one I wrote in ages. I thought that was Nine Black Alps. So.
Yeah, it's, I think it's one of the heaviest songs we've ever done. They're definitely on the album, and it's got John Lee from Kong screaming in the background, yelping, and we just. Is a good friend of the band. So.
Yeah, we toured with Kong, and Kong are a band like Brew, just so you know.
Yeah, and
we talked to them about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, and the first time I heard the song, I could just hear this scream in my head every time I heard the song, even from the first demo. And I knew that John Lee was the best screamer I could.
He's a good screamer.
That I knew anyway, and so we just asked him to do it, and he was really cool about it. Sent over some files, and yeah, it was again, it was really quickly recorded, and I think I remember recording the bass, and I was listening to a lot of Sabbath at the time, and it's got like the Sabbath slide
fuzz.
ups, fuzz on the bass, and yeah, it was really organic, really quickly recorded and written, and I think you can hear that in the end result. So
it's pretty simple.
I think it's one of our favourites from the album.
My One and Only is, I think, might be my favourite song off the album. I remember just being really pleased with it when I wrote it, even though it is kind of a bit like 99 Red Balloons, the melody on the verse. But I remember it's kind of one of those ones that when the lyrics kind of came together, I thought, I don't really know what it means, but it seems to flow quite well. And just the melody, it's just a real pop song. And all those songs, whenever they're like that, they always seem to come from outer space, because it's just like sort of where, you know, because I didn't actually consciously write it like that, it just kind of found myself singing it. So I can't really think of anything too weird about the recording of it.
No, it was pretty standard for us. It was again really quickly recorded and written, and I think we're really happy with it, because I think it's like the first physical release that we're going to do on Brew, so we were really happy with it, and I was definitely happy when it was chosen to be a single, because it's the one that we were all after, really. So yeah, it was good.
I think Phosphorescence was the first song I wrote for the album. It wasn't actually, I think I wrote it on our last UK tour, or the riff of it anyway, when in Carlisle, just because we had the guitar in a weird tuning. I just came up with a riff and kind of demoed it fairly swiftly after that, and never actually thought it'd be a Nine Black Alps song, because I thought it was a bit weird and Sonic Youthy, but I think you said that we should definitely do it, so we did. It was kind of weird when we recorded it at the last minute, just because you said you wanted to do it, so.
Yeah, it was actually the first song I heard. Oh no, this was the first song I heard, not Be My Girl.
Yeah,
This was sent a long time before actually, and I fell in love with it straight away. And I was living in Chorlton at the time, and I recorded like a bunch of guitar parts that ended up being the parts really, like in my bedroom in Chorlton, and just experimenting with pitch shifters and weird delay algorithms. And
it's probably our weirdest song on the album, I guess.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool because I mean, you know, a lot of people think that we're just, you know, 3-chord grunge poppers, but this one's kind of freaky, so I quite like it.
And it's got a cool shaker all the way through.
Yeah. On the album, but you actually said we should do that. When we were recording the drums, because we were just about ready to pack up and you were like, so I should record that one. The recording of it is like James' only time that he played it, I think, before, well, yeah, it was the only time he played it. It's just a snotty, you know, punk song. I've got no idea what it's on about. Just kind of the lyrics are just sort of random shouting.
Yeah, we recorded the drums.
I think I play bass on this one.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And DI'd fuzz bass.
That's it.
And yeah, it was just really instant to me. It was just a stupid riff that was funny more than anything. And I remember thinking it could work really well. And we'd been recording for something like, what was it, 14 hours straight, and James was about to keel over and die, and then I asked him to do the most energetic
song. Yeah.
So he hadn't heard the song properly, so we ran through it once and then hit record.
Yeah.
And that was basically the first. It's almost like a demo of the song, but we liked it so much that
it's got energy, because it's kind of like a band. It's like a school band kind of song, like when you're sort of 14, you get your first band and you try and write a punk song. It's kind of that type of thing, but I really like it. It's just sort of it's just, yeah, it's nasty. Waiting Room, I wasn't sure whether it should go on the album or not, but kind of thought that maybe we needed an acoustic song on there just to sort of break it up a bit as a dynamic thing. And I had that song kicking around for a while. It's kind of about a bar in York where all the sort of rock and roll types go to drink overpriced booze and be seen. It's just about sort of that kind of scene, I guess. And it just kind of, I don't know, I think it just needed a bit of change in dynamics on the album, so we put that on it.
Yeah, Sam sent it over, and I really liked it the first time I heard it. It was some good reference points of, like, I think, like Elliott Smith and Neil Young, but it was very, I'd say, straight when it was in demo form, and as I usually say, it was like, oh, wouldn't it be great to put some noise on top of it? So you recorded a load of like noise loops and feedback, put those on top, which we kind of had a discussion about kind of making it into almost an orchestra type of affair, like string affair, and then I think I added a Mellotron vibe or some vibraphone on it, just as it's almost like a really cheesy instrument, but I just had that sound in my head and put it through a distortion pedal and it worked, so it was cool.
Aye.
I'm so sorry to hear that you got so near.